So, I feel like I'm fulfilling a lifelong dream that I never realised I had, which is wandering around a fish market in rural Japan with a couple of inflatable mascots, including a bowl of noodles. Japan is one of the most unique cultures in the world. It's simultaneously traditional, reserved, highly refined, but it's also quirky, neon, and wildly eccentric. It's something of a cultural Galapagos, unlike anywhere else in the world. Now, one of these quirks is its obsession with mascots. We travelled to find out more about the phenomenon.
Japan has a very visual culture, so if you go to any temples or shrines, you can see images of yokai, which are creatures from folklore and ghosts. Those sorts of things have been popular in Japanese culture for a very long time. And around a decade ago, towns and villages and cities in Japan started having mascots to promote tourism. Businesses, all sorts of institutions started getting mascots as well. So now almost anything can have a mascot.
Cuteness in Japan is prominent everywhere, and there are so many aspects of Japanese culture that embody this cute image that we see in mascots.
私の名前は青柳健二と言います。キャラクターの名前はカマリンと言います。カマリンは釜石市のキャラクターで、市民の方々にもカマリンはすごい親しまれています。
A Japanese mascot is something that a Japanese consumer can empathize with. That might lead to consumption or listening to your local government's trash collection rules. It's so broad and it works here. So one mascot leads to another, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
Your average Japanese citizen is very fond of their town's local mascot, and they might have a t-shirt or a keyring with that character on, and it becomes part of your regional identity, like supporting your local football team or enjoying a local dish.
日本はアニメとかキャラクターの文化が他の国より発展していると思うんですけれども、そういったこともあって、全国の自治体で独自にそのイメージキャラクターを作って、そのキャラクターを使って地域の活性化を図っていこうということで、こういった形で全国的な取り組みになっていると思っています。
Perhaps unsurprisingly, the Olympic mascots this year have actually taken a back seat. Recently, on a popular comedy show, a quite famous Japanese comedian commented, "Does anyone actually know the names of these mascots?" And I wonder why that is. I think it might have something to do with this discontent that is surrounding the Olympics, and perhaps the use of mascots right now might be a little bit patronizing when many Japanese people are not particularly happy with the Olympics taking place.
Japan is mascot crazy. You've got mascots for town and prefectures, but you've also got mascots for things like retirement homes. There's even a mascot for colon cancer. And here at the National Correction Exhibition, we have some mascots representing prisons. Let's go say hi to a few of them. We've got a kind of orange character here. Konnichiwa. So as you can see, he's got a P on his stomach representing prison. He's an orange and he's kind of dancing around like this. So you don't think of prisons as being like cute or particularly fun places, but we've just got this adorable penguin on everything. They've even got a film of this cartoon penguin. And I'm with the star of the film himself here, the delinquent, the reformed delinquent penguin. I mean, if there's anything that's going to encourage you to reform as a criminal, I think it's this.
Since the COVID-19 outbreak in Japan, there has been one mascot in particular that has surfaced called Amabie. They are based off an ancient Japanese legend. This fish-like creature rose from the sea and predicted a pandemic. One thing's led to another, and here we are 200 years later, and this mascot has been adopted to represent the prevention of and the fight against coronavirus.
The strangest mascot I've seen is Can-chan, who is the mascot for a pharmaceutical company. And the company make enemas and fig-based laxatives. And so this mascot's a giant enema. It's a cross between an enema and a fig with the face and legs of a penguin. That's one of the strangest ones.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this weird and wonderful phenomenon, but one thing that's for certain is that you would only find it in Japan.